Hello everyone and welcome back to Data Cloud Now's live coverage of Snowflake Summit in Las Vegas, the world's largest data and AI conference. I'm now joined by Tom Wink, COO at Ascend.io. Tom, such a pleasure to have you on the program today.
Yeah, thanks for having me today. You've got an amazing setup here. I think I would have 1 million more TikTok followers if I had this setup. It's amazing.
Tom, as a leader of data pipeline automation, accuracy of your data has never been more important in today's hyper-competitive environment. How does Ascend.io ensure this for its customers?
Yeah, I think I'd point to two aspects of not just Ascend's platform, but any automation platform. One of the challenges in data integrity, data quality is when you've got various systems touching your data from source all the way through consumption.
Right.
And all along the way, if you've got system A touching it, then passing it off to system B, you have a real opportunity there for something to get injected, and then trying to find where that something got injected becomes very hard. And Ascend.io is a single platform that does everything from ingest to transform to orchestrate data, all the way through to the end consumer. And in doing that, we have visibility of the data from start to finish and can apply things like data quality to each step of the pipeline.
You know, you can hear the buzz and the excitement playing around all around us here at Snowflake Summit, and top of mind for everyone right now is Gen AI and LLMs. From your perspective, what role do you see this technology having in the space?
Yeah, so it's still really early, of course. And the pace of change and innovation is going to come super fast. And if we looked out 2 or 3 years, it will be very different than we would even think that it would be today. That said, I think there are a couple of very practical applications that we're going to start seeing pretty quickly. One of them is, continuing down the automation theme, is helping engineers write faster code.
Right.
So through the, whether it's a UI-based prompt or other mechanisms to help the engineer, and even a very experienced engineer, right? The specific syntax of doing A, B, and C, you can now use AI to generate that for you, and you can work on higher order things. I think the second thing is there's a real opportunity to automate some of the optimization that needs to go on. When you're managing large volumes of data, along the way, you can frequently inject some logic, let's say, that consumes far more resources than you would hope it would consume. Kind of like driving your car down the highway with your foot all the way down on the gas pedal. And I think these tools will really help us to identify where we can optimize and use our dollars far more wisely.
You know, great to have your perspective on the current state of the market. I want to dive into Ascend.io's platform specifically. You know, you break it down across 3 planes: ops, control, and build. Can you walk the audience through the difference in the 3 and how combined this increases value for your clients?
Yeah, sure. And I'd like to think that we're unique in coming up with this architecture, but the reality is you look at any automation system, from aircraft control systems to look at a factory control system to, in the tech space, Kubernetes, right? All of these have this same pattern, which is at the base layer, we need this, again, getting back to the single platform, from an efficiency standpoint, we need these single UI, single platforms, tightly integrated capabilities that make the build and innovation process incredibly fast and easy. And once you have visibility across the ingest in our world all the way through consumption, this is where the real magic can happen, and this is where control plane comes into play. And now we can start automating things since you have visibility.
Right, and context.
And like incredible context, and you can generate context, which is really cool too. And in our world, metadata.
Right.
So generating context from, hey, I just ingested this thing and it looks like it's this size, passing that off to the next stage, we can now do that with a control plane. And it enables some really magical things to happen, like being able to restart pipelines from point of failure. In today's world, when something fails, you literally have to start over. You have to back out everything you did and start at the beginning again.
It's a little terrifying.
It is, and for many people, then get back to the data integrity question. Right now you've got to make sure that, oh shoot, I got halfway through, and now I need to make sure I get back to a state that I truly understand and feel comfortable with. My data's accurate. And now let me fix things and reapply. In a control plane world, you can just fix it at point of failure, and it will carry forward for you. So lots of magical things like that can do in a control plane. And then lastly, you can imagine then what you can now observe, let's call it, and really understand what's going on across your pipelines, whether it's real-time monitoring, whether it's after the fact looking at the actual usage, and again, getting back to what parts of your pipeline are using more resources and where you can drive optimizations. You get all this incredible visibility at that top layer.
Great to have a breakdown across the three major elements of Ascend.io. I want to dive into partnerships. I know that they are extremely important to Ascend.io. How has your partnership with the Data Cloud helped deliver value to your clients on a regular basis?
Yeah, and get back to automation again,
right.
A recurring theme here. People are looking for ways to do more with less, to take people who don't have to be these artisans, these specialists, right? These highly skilled people. There's clearly a place for those people, but at scale, it's extremely difficult to find, hire, train people at that level. And so people are looking for the ways to, simplistically, hit the easy button.
Right.
And when you look at what the Data Cloud provides, right, this incredible access to literally unlimited storage and compute at your fingertips, the ability to build applications in such a simple way, right? For developers, it's just an incredible leap. And now, on top of that, people who need to manage data across the life cycle equally get an easy button with Ascend. And so together, all of our customers who are using Ascend and Snowflake together, the levels of productivity that they're experiencing dwarf folks who are piecing this together with disparate tools.
It's an exciting next chapter. Tom, such a pleasure having you on
great.
Data
Thanks
Cloud Now.
me.
Thank you so much. For the audience watching, I'm Ryan Green with Data Cloud Now. We'll see you soon.